Well, we barely got started talking with Chris about, security as architecture, rebooting the web of trust, DIDs, because we have to go meet this guy named Jason Shu, who's the crypto congressman here in Taiwan, who's always been pushing sort of the liberal agenda here in Taiwan. And he's been a huge advocate of the exodus and the whole crypto blockchain movement. And we're bringing Chris to go visit him because the goal is for Taiwan to be one of the first, if not the first, to build this decentralized DIDs, decentralized identities for the citizens here in Taiwan.
Yeah, so Holland, I think, is a different situation, and Holland during the Great Depression in the 1930s had the best civil service in Europe. I mean, they were basically able to address the problems of the poor and of their citizens very effectively in that small country.
Like record keepers, just amazing record keepers.
Yeah, just keeping track of who needs services, how do we move funds and money around, etc. So the first thing the Germans did when they invaded Holland was to grab all of these records. And as a consequence of them...
These records were on paper.
The honeypot.
Yeah.
Like, this is like the ultimate
This is the honeypot, okay? Yeah. As a consequence, more Jews, gays, homosexuals, gypsies, and other undesirables died as a percentage of population in Holland than in Germany, which they controlled. Because they knew exactly where all of them were. They knew where they lived, they knew where their friends were, they were able to go right in and capture them. And in fact, even to this day, they have a 1 minute moment of silence in May, where the whole country, stands up and bells are rung, and they have a moment of silence for some martyrs who were basically tried to blow up one of those buildings before the Germans could steal it. So even today, it's a very important thing to them. In different countries and different cultures, is what is privacy and why is it important differs. Sure. So in America, when people talk about privacy, it's either about monetary privacy. It's like, I don't want my credit card stolen, or if my identity is stolen, it's going to take me a week to clean up my records. Okay, that tends to be about financial type stuff, financial risk. A secondary thing in the United States is this concept of "don't tread on me."
Yeah. Just to recap. Sure. So basically, Holland, because of this history, understood the importance of a sovereign identity.
Correct.
With Jason Shu, he's the crypto congressman, and just talking about what a decentralized ID for the people of Taiwan means. And then Jason also talked about wanting to host this thing that Christopher Allen started called Rebooting the Web of Trust. And he wants to host this Rebooting the Web of Trust sort of conference here in Taipei next year, in March.
So where are we going next?
We are going into Parliament, so Jason is going to give Christopher and us a tour of the Parliament. So we're heading into the Parliament. So Taiwan Parliament, unfortunately, is famous for a lot of fighting. And Jason was just telling me, in the beginning, he just took a lot of hits. But he said last time he's going to send me a video footage of his left hook that directly hit this guy, popped this guy's face.
Wait, he was actually fighting here?
Fighting, fist fight. Oh, and he like people just started attacking him, and then, but then he had to fight back, or else people think you're weak.
Yeah, and this building was actually occupied by students in 2014, and was occupied by students for 21 days.
For what?
To protest against a treaty passed for cross-strait trade.
Okay.
Yeah, and they occupied the parliament and actually brought down the then ruling party KMT.
Huh.
So that was a big event. 我那个咨询的时候我要传，咨询那个部长的时
So
候。
we're here at the, what is this? This is a government restaurant?
This is a parliamentary restaurant.
Parliamentary restaurant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a legendary restaurant that's been here for more than 40 years. And a lot of deals are brokered here. There's a secret room that all old-time legislators go there to go chain smoking and then sign the bills.
We just finished lunch with the crypto congressman at the Taiwan Parliament with Christopher Allen. It was quite an incredible conversation, talking about the importance of people and the citizens to own their own identity. It's not so much about, politics and power, it's just about security, right? Because centralization is fundamentally insecure. And I think Christopher, everybody knows him as, the guy who wrote the SSL protocol, which is, part of what makes the internet work today. And it was just, to me, a very eye-opening and a very educational conversation. I look forward to working with him. We're going to go talk to him about our product, get his thoughts, give us some guidance and advice on, what we need to do to build security into the architecture. So that's it for today.